This is the Know Your Law series by Barefoot Law, a non-profit organization which uses digital innovation and technology to provide free legal information and guidance for all. For more information, visit www.barefootlaw.org.
Hello everyone, my name is Anna Magembe. I am a lawyer and I am at Barefoot Law today to help you understand succession and inheritance. In life there are exits. We all at some point should exit. We exit jobs, we exit companies, and sadly, and truthfully, we exit life as well. So it is important for us to plan our exits, whether it's a company, whether you're a president, whether you're a CEO, wherever you are, you should always plan your exit. And there's no gift you can give to your loved ones and everyone else bigger or greater than a planned exit. Each one of us should plan the orderly passing on of rights, properties, roles to others wherever we are. And today we are going to talk about exiting from life. What happens when you die? What happens to your property? What happens to your bank accounts? What happens to the shares that you've bought? What happens to your children? For you to be effectively plan an exit out of this life, then it's important that you draft a will. I understand that so many of us do not want to draft wills. Probably we think we are too young and we've left this to the old people. We've left this to the sick. We've left this we have a very bad attitude when it comes to drafting wills. But it's important that we draft wills. It's important because one, you get to express your wishes as to one, where you want to be buried, who you want your children to remain with. If they are young, that is a guardian, by appointing a guardian, who you want to give your property to, who you want to leave your company, your company or family business to as well. So it's important that you plan these things and do them before it is too late to, and not rush at the end of the day to do it, because at that time time will not give you the opportunity to think well and make sound judgment when it comes to appointing people as well. Yes, so it is important that we make wills. A will is a written document. It can be written in any format, but it should be in plain and simple language for people to understand. It expresses your wishes, what you would like to do, what you would like your property, to be managed, how you want it to be managed, how you want your debts to be paid, or how you wish your debts should be paid, or you can even schedule payment, how you want your income, if you have income probably from shares, dividends and everything, how do you want that, to be distributed amongst your relatives? Who do you want to give your properties to? Sometimes when you're not here, some people do not know the people that are important to you, so some people might not get anything. So the will gives you the opportunity to actually distribute property the way you would have done so if you were alive. The will gives you what they call freedom to express yourself in the areas that I've talked about as well. It gives you assurance that the people that you love will actually get the property that you want them to get. If you want to give your clothes out to someone else, then you are sure that that person will actually get the clothes that you want them to get, or that the land that you want them to get, the house that you want them to get. So it's important that we draft wills. It doesn't matter if you're 18 years, if you're 19 years, then you actually have time to actually organize and keep amending your will until the time that you exit, because you just don't know when you are exiting to the other life as well. The will can be made by anyone who is age 21 years and above. Yes, there's a law before Parliament seeking to amend this and change this to 18 years so that it is reconciled with the 18 years in the Constitution. But for now, it's still 21 years. You should be sober-minded. You should be, at the time you're making the will, that you're not drunk, you are not ill mentally, so that, because at that point then you can freely express your will, and you are drafting the will voluntarily in that kind of mental state. Then a person who is dumb, blind, can also make a will. as long as they understand what they're doing in the moment. So people, draft your wills. Sit down, evaluate life, have these conversations, and start on the process of drafting wills. What should be in a will? Yes, the will, like I say, should be written, but in very plain language. It should have your name, your date of birth, details of your date of birth, details of your parents, both if, and that applies to whether they are deceased or living as well. Those details should be included. Details of the properties that you own, details of your children that you have, details of your marital status. Have you been married before? Are you not married yet? Have you been divorced before? And if you have, if you've had consecutive marriages, then you should state, you should give details of the marriages and the places where those marriages were conducted as well. And please note that all the details that I'm giving here will actually be in the show notes after this. So I'm just going to go over a few of them and you'll find them there. So like I was talking about the marital status, the names and ages of children, where you want to be buried and how you want to be buried as well. And names of, the executor. I'd note about the will should be signed and witnessed by 2 people. These 2 people should be 21 years and above as well. And they should be in a mental state of sobriety, that is sober-minded, not mentally ill, and should at least see you sign the will. For any information, any legal question that you have, kindly subscribe to Barefoot Law so that you're able to actually receive this content and get to learn so much about the law. Some wills can be invalidated or considered to be void. Void, I mean to be like it was not made at all. What are those issues that actually invalidate wills? 1, the will was not validly attested. Attested, I mean witnessed. That is, you had only one person witnessing on the will. That will not be considered. You probably did not sign this will. It is just drafted and just put there. It will not be considered to be valid. Then you were forced into drafting a will. You were against your free will. You were forced to draft a will. Or someone fraudulently drafted a will and purported to say it is your will. Then in that case, that will be considered invalid. So let's talk about something else considering wills. If you have made a will, where can you keep it? Well, the law provides for different offices where you can actually keep your wills, where you can actually keep your wills. That is the Office of the Administrator General, the Chief Registrar of the High Court, or the Office of the Chief Justice of Uganda. All those offer custody services for wills for members of the public. You can also keep your will with any relative that you trust or friend that you trust, and definitely a lawyer who probably has helped you draft the will. Then something else about wills is that, can you change your will? Yes, you can change your will as long as you're still alive. You can continually change it, and it's advisable that you change it. Then the law provides that if you are married, have a new child, or have any new development in your life, it is advisable that you actually draft a new will, because those changes in life affect the contents in a will and definitely affect your wishes as a person.
Hello, welcome to the Know Your Law series, where Barefoot Law answers frequently asked questions on the law. Do you have employment issues? Questions about family law, criminal law, land transactions? The answers are right here on the Know Your Law series.